What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and this video I want to talk about if the Crysis delay is unnecessary. This honestly stems from a video I made last Wednesday on Podcast Now, where obviously we were supposed to get the official, remember it was leaked last Tuesday, we were supposed to get the official word from Crytek. Okay, here's the date, July 23rd, and here's the trailer. Obviously, that came out on the day before then, right, June 30th, and it was not met with a lot of warm reception, right? A lot of people did not like what they saw, and I understood it, right? So I made a video kind of talking about it, and one thing that kind of came out of that video was something that popped into my head was, well, why exactly is this delay happening, and are they going to be able to fix their mistakes with this delay? So if you remember the statement that they said with this delay, they're only delaying things a few weeks. In fact, a few weeks was mentioned in the wording. This isn't like several months. And even I talked about that in that video where it's like, all right, the game was supposed to come out July 23rd. That was only 3 weeks from 3 weeks and a day from when they were going to officially announce, like, okay, here's the gameplay to it, and here's the release date. It's in 3 weeks. So if they push the trailer, the official trailer, again, because the trailer was already out, if they push the official trailer 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then they release the game 2, 3, 4 weeks after, is that going to make a difference? In fact, one of the people that comments on that video, hopefully he's watching this video, we had that discussion back and forth where it's like, are they really going to be able to... So I guess the general statement made with Crysis was that it doesn't look improved enough, right? That, I mean, maybe it's the consoles holding it back. I mean, whatever you want to say, it just was not improved enough from what the first Crysis looked like back in, 2007, to what it looks like now in this remaster. Okay, that was the main thing. So you fast forward to now, and with this delay, are they really gonna be able to? And because people were mad, people were very, very upset with that trailer. The thing is, I don't really think they can fix a lot of the things that people are pointing out in just a couple extra weeks. Again, we're not talking about the game being delayed 6 months. We're not talking about the game being delayed 2 or 3. I mean, even look at what Cyberpunk 2077, they delayed that game 2 months basically to patch it. Actually, they even admitted there are major bugs with that game. Now, does that worry me of when the game actually comes out? There's still going to be major bugs in the game. It's possible. But, hey, they flat out came out and said, you know what? The game doesn't really work, with all these bugs. There's a lot of problems with it. We're going to take these 2 months and we're going to work on it. With Crysis, well, firstly, we don't technically know how long they're pushing it. It could be 2 weeks. It could be a month. But I don't think they're going to push it like 3 months. I don't think we're going to have to wait until, say, September, and they say, oh, here's the new gameplay trailer, and spot the differences from the one that came out at the end of June or early July, right? Spot the differences. Oh, and then the game comes out, at the end of September or sometime in October. I don't really think, again, the game is ready to go, and it's also what people were kind of calling Crytek out. Now, again, I'm not gonna go after them. I'm not going to attack them. But if you're on that side, I have nothing against you. I did see people say, it could be like a money grabbing thing, that maybe this is just a way for them to get a quick buck. Ultimately, again, when you had the situation they were going to do, when they were going to... Now, again, the game was already announced. So the game was announced mid-April. It's not like they were announcing the game and they were releasing it 3 weeks later from that announcement. No, they announced it in April, and then... Actually, remember, it was like an April Fool's joke that turned out to not be one. April 16th, I believe, was the day they teased it. They had the official teaser. And then fast forward, and they were going to give us the gameplay trailer July 1st. But again... They were going to give us the gameplay July 1st and then literally give the game out to people to buy, obviously, for 3 weeks later. So, again, I really don't think they're going to push it a huge amount of time back because they got, constructive criticism, really. The thing is, I don't know if they'll ever be able to win people back. I don't know how you really come back from something like this. Because, again, if you come back in 3-4 weeks, let's say, so say sometime in August, and you say, okay, here's the new trailer for it, you're kind of stuck, aren't you? Because you're kind of like, all right, we delayed it. We stopped ourselves from... Think about it from like a business point of view, even from them, right? We stopped ourselves from earning money. We were expecting to make a lot of money at the end of July because this is when people were going to buy our game. Now we have to push that. It's not going to happen. And what if people are still not happy? Now, again, I'm not saying you're wrong to be mad at them. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying from them, like, what do people kind of need to have in their head to make it okay? And, again, now that that's wrong, can they achieve that? So the level that all these people, including even myself, want them to reach with this game, can they get that with a 1-month delay? I personally don't think they will. Again, the harsh truth of it, this is actually talking to Crytek now, the harsh truth of it is they're eventually, firstly, we may just have to come under the realization that we kind of got screwed over, right? That we may not actually get the greatest product in the world when it happens. We may have to accept that. We may also not, have to buy the game now. You may not decide to give them their money, and they have to kind of just face the hard truth that, man, we messed up, and we're going to have to give this game out. We're going to have to sell this game. It's going to have to come out eventually, but we have to kind of say, oh, we weren't really able to fix the majority of the issues that we had in that. Now, again, I'm not a game designer. I don't make games. I don't know how the intricacies work. So maybe it is pretty easy. Maybe they can hit one button, or like move a lever upwards, and now all of a sudden everything just generally looks better. But obviously, even someone like me knows that's not really possible. Again, is it the consoles holding it back? Is it the Switch, right? Because we know that this game is going to be out on the Nintendo Switch, but this game is coming out, and I believe even again that letter said this year. It's still coming out this year, so it's not a game delayed for next gen. It's not a game delayed a full year to really, I don't know, maybe they have to destroy a couple things, like knock it down to build it back up again. It's not like that. They're really going to try and do patchwork, I feel like is kind of the term that we should use. They're going to use patchwork on this game, and I just don't think they're going to reach the levels that people want it to reach with that. Another thing that worries me is just, remember, people had talked like, okay, is this like a Mafia trilogy kind of thing where we buy the full price game? We're going to have to buy $60 worth for just the first Crysis, and are they going to patch in and give us Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 later on? Because remember, they've expressed interest in doing that, or maybe giving us a multiplayer mode. Like, does that come down the line, or am I just buying the first Crysis, and then if this Crysis sucks, if it doesn't sell well, if it's not a really good remake or remaster, remember, it's not a remake, it's a remaster, but still, it's the people expect high quality. If it's not a good remaster, do they do a 2? Do they do a 3? Or are those already in the works, and those were supposed to come out like before the end of this year, or they're going to do like 6 months apart, like maybe around Christmas time we get Crysis 2, and then like next summer we get Crysis 3, and then we hear, okay, it did so well, now we're going to make Crysis 4. You know what I mean? We don't really actually even know that. They weren't even going to say that with this announcement of the first Crysis game, the Crysis Remaster. So still a lot of unknowns, still a lot of uncertainty, and still a lot of worry, honestly, from a game that I do want to support. I do want to buy this game. I do want to play. I like the Crysis games a lot, but I've obviously seen a lot of your worries, and I think it's a really good point. Again, it got me thinking, like, you know what? I don't think they're going to be able to fix these core issues with a few weeks delay. Normally that's like, okay, if there's like a bug in the game, like if a character's doing something wacky, or if something's not loading you know what I mean? It's like smaller things. Well, that takes maybe a couple weeks to fix. Like, I actually can take that amount of time to fix something so small, but at the same time, this isn't small. This is a little bit bigger than that. I don't think a few weeks, a few months is really going to be enough time for them to increase the quality to where people expect it. So definitely let me know, guys. I really do want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think Crysis is in trouble? Do you think that this delay is going to be enough time to give to them to be able to make this game really good? Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comments below. And again, as always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. And I do a new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.